This is episode 73, New Year, New Speech.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of SLP's Wine and Cheese. I'm Deb.
And I'm Maria.
And here's our podcast.
For the realistic SLP.
Cheers.
Cheers to 2020.
Woo!
We're starting off with the cheers.
Cheers. Oh, I wanted to say, hello, this is Deborah Brooks, and this is 2020.
Hello, this is Maria Katsonis, and it is 2020.
Like Barbara Walters.
Oh, I didn't know what you were doing there. I thought it was like a time capsule type of thing. Like,
No.
I'm just recording this in 2020 in the future or in the past.
I have a home video of my sister Amanda, and she's just walking around in a polka dot dress, and she's like maybe 3, and she's just walking around the house. She's like, hello, my name is Barbara Walters, and in today's news, I am beautiful.
I feel like I could see her doing that even today.
Yeah.
After her birthday.
I mean, her speech has improved.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
And, like, my mom really likes news.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why my sister was Barbara Walters. Barbara Walters instead of, like, I don't know, Dorothy.
Right.
Like,
Makes sense.
She's watching 2020.
This was early 90s, so she had polka dots on, and I remember I was obsessed with the polka dot dress, too.
Oh, I still wear polka dots.
That's true. Classic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're classic.
Our first clinic session together, I wore a polka dot dress, and you were like, whoa, what's that? And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know, a dress?
You
I thought it was normal.
You told our clinical supervisor. I mean, she couldn't really say anything to you, but she did give you a look like, whoa, like, okay. And you're like, it's laundry day. Because you, like, came in a
Really?
polka dot dress.
I
and
used to wear that dress all the time, though.
I mean, I was like, all right, she's wearing a polka dot dress to clinic. Sure.
I
you know?
do have this theory that the closer I resemble a Disney character, the better children respond.
That's
to
what
me.
you said. You did say that. So at
Yeah.
least you're sticking to your
I'm
word.
consistent.
7
And that
years
was
later.
10 years ago.
10? Are you
Or-
sure?
Well, because we graduated undergrad in 2010.
Okay, right.
2020.
Yes. Well, we
So
knew each other in grad clinic.
Right. So I started that September.
Right. So isn't it less than 10 years if undergrad?
Okay, 9.5.
All right, this is, see,
When did we have clinic? Probably the first year. We had clinic.
I think sophomore. Oh, right. It was
It's
only
only
2
2
years.
years.
Second semester we had
Okay,
it.
so 9.5 years ago.
Yes, 9.5 years ago.
All right,
See?
exact, Maria.
Just keeping it relevant, keeping it accurate, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the spirit of the new year, we have champagne,
Woo.
and we have champagne glasses.
It's a brute, isn't it?
It's a brute, yeah. So it's been gifted to me by a parent. Thank you. Fregzenit's most popular cava, Cordero Negro Brut, is often referred to as the Black Bottle Bubbly, as the #1 imported sparkling wine in the world. It's crisp and creamy. Delicate bubbles make this an ideal wine for any occasion.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very even-bodied, I'd say.
Can you say that about a champagne, though?
Well, I've had some very sweet. This is not champagne because it's not from France. Champagne, France.
Oh, right.
So it's
you learned
sparkling
that at the
wine.
Rosé Mansion, right?
No, I knew that already.
You did? Okay.
But, yeah, I've had, especially with the holiday, I've had some that have been, like, very sweet.
Too sweet.
And some
yes.
that have been very, very bitter.
Really?
This is right in the middle.
I agree. This is right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of, not only the taste is good, the texture, right? The fizziness, because as we know,
Maria's got a fizziness problem.
I have fizziness issues. And this one's not overly fizzy, so I'm enjoying it. But I'm also enjoying these, Deb called these, or you call them? Or
Crostini.
Crostini. Please explain to the non-Italian eating it.
Oh, so a
gonna
crostini
eat
is
it.
just like a slice of bread that you toast, a little olive oil, salt, and pepper, and then you put different toppings on top. I made 2 versions. There's a salami and provolone and a pepperoni and mozzarella.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm chewing it. It's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's a great little appetizer. For Christmas, we had goat cheese and fig jam
Wow.
crostinis. which were really good.
You
I
and
did
Mike?
not make those.
Oh, it was
no.
like, you're that fancy now? Like, a few days go by, I haven't seen you, and you just...
I really move on up. I
Ele-
don't take any...
shortcuts.
No, I really don't.
You
I
just-
don't waste any time.
Wow, I was like, whoa.
New
you
year,
got
new me.
You got that fancy in such a short amount of time?
Mm-hmm.
I missed a lot.
No, Mike's brother and sister made it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But yeah, I mean, I guess jam does take things to another level. My friend Becky said she wants to start making jam at home. I'm like, do you buy jam to have in your cabinet? She's
No.
like, no, but I think I'd eat it if I made it. Jam is good.
Okay, listen, if Becky wants not new hair and she wants jam,
Yeah,
a new
Becky with the
hobby.
new jam.
Yeah, Becky with the new jam. Let's get a cheers. Let's get a cheers to have a new jams.
New
You know?
jams. Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah. So in the spirit of the holiday season, we had a nice holiday break.
Yeah.
Right, and we just gave a chance to our listeners to hopefully catch up to some episodes and
Right.
give them a chance to just relax too. So, did you get to relax?
I did so much relaxing.
Oh, good.
To the point where I can usually sleep like a rock through anything, and last night was the worst sleep of my life because
Why?
I just kept getting woken up, and then when I was up, I like remained awake. But
stinks.
no, I like spent very many days just on the couch. For something exciting happened. So Mike and I came back to our apartment in Brooklyn Christmas night, and we found a pipe had burst in our boiler room, and we had to call the fire department at like 2 a.m.
Oh gosh.
So that was exciting. Mike was like, it's really funny how you have to like call these like big guys with their tools to like turn off water. Meanwhile, like he tried to go in there and he's like, it's icky. It's wet. Like, I don't know if it's hot. It's not hot, but still, I don't want to.
Yeah, I think the fire department, I'm going to speak on behalf of them. I'm just going to take that role. And I think they'd rather that us civilians call 911 and not take matters into our own hands.
There were,
Because you
like-
could get hurt,
Yeah,
you
because
know?
there's like there's a whole bunch of stuff happening in that room.
Yeah, I would
there's, like,
imagine.
wires and all sorts of nonsense. So, also, they said that the majority of their calls are like pipe bursts and gas leaks.
Oh.
So they're used to it.
It's also because it's very cold, right? When
And
it's
they-
really cold, pipes can
Yeah,
burst.
but they had the wrong. Like, I think the people who made my house are idiots. Like they they had the wrong pipe that's like not heat resistant. I don't know.
Oh.
So it just like got hot
Yeah.
and burst or something. I don't know what happened, but that was like a waterfall in the house, which was like thrilling. And then other than that, I really relaxed. I watched some TV. I laid on the couch. I went to a bunch of comedy shows, and it was good.
Nice. What kind of TV shows did you watch? Because I watched TV too.
You did?
Yes, it was good.
I watched The Romanoffs.
I have no idea what that is.
So it's on Amazon, and it's I want to say like maybe 12 episodes, but so it's kind of like Crashing, where each episode is different.
Oh, I like that.
You know,
Mhm.
I mean, like not. It's like I didn't watch Crashing the show, so what I mean is like it's like Crashing the movie meets American Horror Story. So it's like American Horror Story, how like each episode's different, but Crashing, how it's like all these different characters, and then you see how they're like slightly connected.
Okay, I haven't seen Crashing nor American Horror Story, so I'm just,
like that type of like it's like a service delivery model, but it's a TV show, you know. So it's like all the characters are connected by being descendants of the Romanovs.
Okay.
From like in Russia, that got shot, like Anastasia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but each episode features a different descendant. So each episode is a different story. So I did not watch all of them, and I did skip a couple that I couldn't get into.
Okay.
But the ones that I did get into, I was into.
Nice.
And the last episode was one of the best stories and shows that I ever saw.
Okay, I might have to start watching this.
Yeah.
And it's on Amazon.
I started with episode 4, then I watched 5, and then I think I skipped 6, and then I went to 7, and then I watched 8. I don't know.
I feel like the
skipped
OCD in me would have to just start at 1 and end at 12.
And I can respect that, but I don't want you to start at 1 and then like lose interest and not get to 8.
I won't. How about that?
Okay.
I won't.
Okay, good.
Good. I watched You on Netflix.
I saw the first season.
Okay, and
Yeah.
why didn't you watch the second? How does one do this? How do you
I
watch
intend
one
to.
and
I
not
just
the
have
other?
to wait for Mike to be gone.
Why?
Because he didn't watch. He didn't watch the
first
one, and he would
Oh,
probably
okay.
ask all these questions. Like, he's that person who's like, "Who's this? Where are they? What
Oh,
are they
yeah.
doing? Do they know each other? Why did you do that?"
I could see Mike doing that.
He pauses and rewinds a lot.
The second, I mean, it is kind of connected to the first. I can't say it's not. So
Okay.
I really enjoyed it. And I definitely rested as well. And were you ready to go back to work?
Oh, before we talk about that, I saw this
Oh, go
meme
ahead.
where it was like an SNL sketch, and this guy's like dancing behind a glass, and it's like me trying to seduce the guy to let me out of his glass box.
Oh, God. I would probably try that tactic, you know? Because it's like, I can't just sit here and do
I don't wanna
nothing.
stay in this glass box.
It's like, you know, when people are like, you know, in that, I mean, I don't know what I would do, and I hope to God I would
To
never
never
be
have
in
to
that
figure it out,
situation.
yeah.
But knowing me, I always like to try to do something.
Right.
You know, I can't
and
just
you
sit
like to
there.
Dance.
And I do love to dance, but, you know, and I would try. You know, I
Yeah.
would hope that would work a little bit.
Yeah. So
So.
what did you ask me? Sorry.
Oh, the comedy shows, right? We
Mm-hmm.
were talking about comedy. What's the comedian's name that you like?
So I would say I have two favorite specials. I don't want to just say I like one.
Okay.
I went to see Dan Soder's HBO taping.
Yes.
I invited you, but you couldn't come.
I was so exhausted.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
So I went to that, and he has an HBO special. I thought his was great, and his was like so just stand up. It was like not fancy. There was no intro. It was
Mm-hmm.
just him on a stage with a light, like no backdrop,
Right.
no
Smoke.
yeah, no smoke, no fireworks like Kevin Hart, no rug or anything.
Got it.
So, and his jokes are great. He's also on Billions on Showtime.
Okay, I gotta watch that one because I know you spoke highly of it before too.
Oh, well, I haven't seen it, but I like him a lot.
Well, you saw it live.
Oh, the stand-up special. I thought you meant
Yeah.
Billions.
Oh
Yes.
no.
Yes. I really like Dan's great. He's super fun. But I would have to say, I think Michelle Wolf was my number one favorite stand-up special of 2019.
I have to give it a second chance. Okay,
Okay,
because I
yeah.
started it and I was like, I can't.
But
I'm
you said that was
sorry.
because you struggled to get over her voice, which is like, you got it because she's such a great joke writer.
I'm sorry.
She's so funny.
I wasn't that hooked in the first couple of minutes because it was that plus her voice, and I was like, I'm gonna just move on to a movie now.
Yeah, I mean, I think real comedy is hard for people to get into because it's like harsh in nature, and some people just like Sebastian Maniscalco. Like, he's obviously very funny, but like he also makes like a lot of silly, easy jokes.
I think they'd rather, right, play it safe, and that's more just their style too. Because I
Right.
feel like it's also the personality of the comedian. Maybe he doesn't want to talk about all these
Right.
intense topics, and it's like, all right, you could still be
Right.
funny in other ways.
But the
you know?
majority of comedians, their stand-up is like their number one favorite thing, but they also want a writing job on a television show and like
Right.
The Daily Show or Late Night or SNL. So
Yeah.
like these shows talk about things that are current issues and relevant. So your stand-up is essentially like your resume.
Right.
Like this is what I write. This is how I comment on social issues.
social issues.
Yeah.
I liked Ronnie Chang. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. He talked about social issues for sure. And I liked his delivery. I don't know. I really liked the setup,
Yeah.
right? He was like short and sweet. And then he like said his jokes. And I like that. I don't like too long of the stories. Like, I just can't. It's like, all
Oh,
right.
I do
Just
love
give me
long
this. I
jokes.
know.
But I do like a short joke and then a long joke and then a call
Right.
back to that joke.
Okay.
2 jokes ago.
That's true.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone check out Ronnie Chang, Michelle Wolf, and Dan Soder.
Give them all a chance.
Yeah, you won't be sorry. Also, my friend Rami, he won a Golden Globe, so
He
his
did?
show's really good on
Oh,
Netflix.
oh.
You should watch that.
What's his show?
It's called Rami.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
It's good.
Okay. So we're on to 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So we have made some personal goals for ourselves.
Yes.
Do you want to share yours first?
You can go
or
first because I have to turn my page to find where I wrote it.
Okay, I'm going to go first. So I have
Here it
3
is, the
personal
homepage.
goals. So my first one is to get a good bridesmaid's dress for Deb's wedding.
Oh, woo! Yes.
So-
I want to treat it like Project Runway. Like,
Right.
you have been given green.
Right.
Make it work.
Got it.
Like, what are you going to bring to the table?
I think I'm going to order dresses online and just try them out for you right here. The nights we have podcast recording nights. And even if I'm sitting here in the dress recording with you,
That's fine.
Yeah, and then you could really be like, yes or no.
I certainly encourage, like, textures and
necklines.
And choices, not just, like, plain. But if you love plain, then get plain. Like, do whatever you want.
I just want to feel good and look good and look good in your pictures.
Yeah,
That's all.
I agree. That's all I want as well.
Yeah, so I got to work on that. And you want emerald green.
I don't care about I want a dark green.
Dark green. Right, because I know
it's too hard. We were talking about I was like, there's a lot of greens.
I know.
Like,
and you're okay if the greens aren't the exact green.
I am sure the world will remain unchanged.
Yeah. I think if you look at a lot of things that way, you'll agree.
Yeah.
Okay, good. My next is to start planning a trip to Japan in the summer.
Nice.
Yes. So anyone out there, you have recommendations for me, just email me or just write them to me in the DM. In the DM. Do you hear me? Yeah, so that is one of my goals. And my other goal is, because I'm changing boroughs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When is that happening?
Soon.
Nice.
Very soon.
Nice.
And I really want to focus on creating a great apartment, which includes plants.
Oh, I love plants.
Yes,
obviously. If you come to my house, you will know that I am a big fan of plants. I'll take you to the best place in Brooklyn.
Yes, the botanical.
Brooklyn Plantology.
Oh, wow.
It's not far from your apartment.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have to go there.
Everything is so cheap. I was like, I need to get so much. I got so much stuff. It was $28. I was like, I need to go back for another round.
Whoa. I did admire a lot of your plants.
Thanks.
But you do have more and larger windows, so. But it's okay. I get the plants
most
for the.
hanging plants like lower light.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Like the dangly kinds.
The dangly kinds. Okay. Brooklyn Plantology. I'm going to have to go here.
Yeah, I'll bring you there.
A plant nursery.
Yes.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Sorry,
Okay.
so sidetrack. What else did you want to do?
That was it. So it's the apartment, a bridesmaid's dress for your wedding, and a trip to Japan. Those are what things that I really want to focus on personally.
So I want to plan a wedding for under $25,000.
Oh, it's
I
increased.
have increased my budget.
Okay.
Only because it just seems like quite difficult to go under that. But I think 25 is good, and I am happy with that.
I'm gonna have a crostini now.
Yep. Yeah. So I want to plan a wedding for under $25,000, and if I get all the things that I have chosen, I'm there and I'm good.
Good.
Yes. I want to drink more water. I have a big water bottle. I want to drink it twice a day minimum. I want to wake up earlier, and I want to do a 20-second handstand independently without a wall.
Wow, 20 seconds.
20 seconds, like for 2020.
Oh, cool.
I'm at like 10 seconds.
Oh,
yeah.
Good.
It's a good crostinis are great. You can make so many different types of crostinis. Lots of times people like to put sardines on them, though, so be careful.
Okay.
Unless you like sardines, then
I don't mind them.
Have at it.
I'm like, all right, fish is healthy for you, Add some fish to your diet. Why not?
So then you also wanted to talk about things that we wanted to learn professionally, or how
Yes.
we wanted to expand our, professional horizons.
Yes.
So I'll go first with that.
Go for it.
I'm going to take professional developments in AAC, prompt, and voice.
Great. I like it.
But then I also we both have a new thing. We got offered a CEU course. I'm probably going to take that too. But
Probably not going to take that.
yeah. Anyway, we'll get to that after.
So I also, just like Deb, following in Deb's footsteps, you could say, I'm going to teach class undergrad at St. John's as well, Staten Island campus. Woohoo! I wonder if any of our students are listening, or our future students are listening to this.
Well, be prepared, because we mean business, because we don't want to look like losers. So
you better be researching before the class.
You better. But at the same time, I don't like when kids come to me panicked. I'm like, calm down.
Right.
Do it again, then come back.
Right.
Because, like, if you think getting an A is the most important thing in the world, like, I need you to write a session note. That's what I need you to do.
See, I was that student that really was so hyper focused on getting an A.
Right.
So I know I'm gonna like meet me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna meet.
And I wonder how you'll feel about you.
I don't know. I think part of me is gonna have to empathize.
I mean,
you know.
I'm fine with wanting to do well, but it's like I don't care what the grade is. Like, you want an A, you'll get an A, but like you're not leaving here until you know how to. You have to do it 10 more times until you do it right. Like.
Uh-huh.
I don't want somebody being in my class leaving and then not doing well after.
I was not even thinking about teaching about session notes, but that's a good point.
No, I do research and clinical writing.
Okay.
That's what I teach.
Right. So, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mine's a more open-ended class. Are we allowed to say the classes we're teaching?
Well, I just did. Yeah, why not?
Okay. Senior seminar.
Your seminar.
So I feel like seminars are like more of like
It's a discussion.
it's a discussion. Thank you.
Or, like, each class is going to be about a different disorder.
That's what I think.
Are you
yeah.
going to like break it up like population? Or you
Oh.
gonna go all around? Like start young to
Yeah,
old?
man, that's a good idea actually. I was also
Or start
gonna.
old to young?
I really want. My goal is to teach the course that's not boring yet still applicable. So I kind of want to like survey the class and be like, where are you in the? Because they're all like seniors now. Like, you know, what have you seen in your internships and like talk about like these hot topics
Oh, I would
also.
probably choose beforehand so it's outlined because you have to make a syllabus.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We'll talk about that after.
could do that.
But here's my advice for being a college professor. So
Okay.
this is what I kept in mind, and I think I mentioned it on the podcast before. I definitely told my students this last year.
Okay.
So my good friend Kevin Barnett passed away last January. It was January 22nd. And he and my fiance, Mike Racine, and Michael Che were all at the same open mic together the first night they met at the Pit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess, like, they did their stand-up, and then they had a competition for Joke of the Night.
Oh, okay.
And
yes.
And then the two people who were up for it were Mike, my fiance, and Michael Che. And Mike doesn't remember his joke, but Che's joke was, would y'all have gone to college if you knew Google was going to be a thing?
Yes.
And it won. So I just always kept that in mind. Like, I want to be sure, like, I'm covering all the necessary material, but at the same time, I want to offer something that is not researchable, that's not, like, Googleable. I want, like, you can do that by yourself.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Good points. Okay, I got to work on this.
Yeah, well,
The
you have some
topics.
time.
I do have some time. So, but I do want to keep it like a time where we have like a forum, open discussion time. And then I was thinking of even making like a schedule because I'm going to tie that into like how your therapy sessions need to be
Oh, yeah.
scheduled and timely, just like this course. You know, you want to know when's a break, when are we done,
Yeah.
what are we going to cover. So you like that this class is organized, so you better be an organized SLP.
Yeah,
because
I'm-
you yourself want that.
That's how I operate.
Great.
I'm speaking at the South Carolina Speaking Hearing
Yes.
Convention.
Cool.
That's, like, one of my main points that I'm going to talk about.
Organization.
Yeah, just, like, having a consistent routine within the speech therapy session so that it's, like, it's not ambiguous and
Yeah.
it's predictable. So, like,
Alleviates anxiety.
yeah. And it also, like, the kid feels more confident because I have to speak about early intervention and early language
Mm-hmm.
learners. So it's easier. They're like, oh, this is what's next, and they know what to expect. you know?
Right,
Then
yeah.
you can, like, introduce one new thing later on, but it's
Right.
sandwiched between a lot of familiar things.
Exactly. That's a
Yeah.
good, yes. Like the new thing should be in the middle, like a
Yeah.
sandwich. The top, the beginning, and the towards the end should be like consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like
Thanks.
that.
So
My,
then your
do
other-
you have a goal? Did you say? Oh, you said all your goals. Sorry,
didn't
I
say
forgot for
my-
a second.
You're saying your...
Yeah, I am.
Your,
I got
know.
distracted. I got
Yeah, I
all
forgot.
excited. Like,
we did professional. Oh, I did my 3 things I want to learn, AAC, prompt, and voice.
yeah, I have 2 more professional.
Okay, that's...
Yeah, so I'm teaching a course that's not boring yet still applicable.
Yeah.
And then I want to keep thinking of fun collaborating ideas.
Right.
So today I had a good one that I thought would be fun. So the teacher has like a letter of the week, and then the occupational therapy pushes in and works with all of us. And she is very helpful too in giving us some knowledge. So the letter was you. So I thought of taking like little Fruit Loops because I had extra. Fruit Loops and
You were
sorting
eating
them.
Fruit Loops this
I
morning?
wasn't. My cousin from Greece was visiting.
Okay.
Yeah, my cousin.
Like, we
yeah.
have another thing to talk about.
No, my cousin from Greece is obsessed with Fruit Loops.
Right.
Because she just would eat them when she was a kid here, and now she's visiting, so she just like feels like a kid again.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna eat that, so I'm gonna just make a
Right.
craft with it.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
So listen, if you want to clean out your pantry,
Yeah.
make some Fruit Loops. You can make a rainbow or anything. So the letter U, the OT thought, let's make an umbrella,
Oh,
and we
nice.
made the rain blue Fruit Loops.
Oh.
And yeah, and I was saying like put it on, and some other kid was using the device to ask for more, and just showing how to access it on their device. And other kids just for like attention and following directions was a big thing for them. You know, all different levels
Right.
in the class. They're very early learners. And the OT shared some nice information. So when the kids wrote the letter U, she recommended to dip some paint in a Q-tip because the Q-tip is thinner, so they have to really like use their pincer grasp. But also, it's lighter than a pencil, so it's
Right.
not as heavy. So and it was great. So I thought that was a good tip. So I was like, all right, maybe
might
like
have to do that
yeah,
too.
see, maybe I should like think about using Q-tips with paint and incorporating that with writing.
Yeah.
So I want to keep on doing that
And that's
stuff.
fun.
It
And
was
then
fun.
You wanted to also have 3 goals to do in our personal speech therapy sessions.
Yes, and then my third goal for my professionals
Oh,
to
yeah.
build up my the students' portfolios.
Right, yes.
To have like more, even if it's more informal assessments.
Yeah,
So I
just
wanna,
like data.
Yes, more data. Yep, because I'm a data loving SLP.
Yeah, that's good.
I got that
Do you have
badge.
that-
I do have that award. Thank you, Eric Raj,
Yeah,
for
thank
making
you,
those.
Eric Raj. Maria gave me most materials in your card award.
Yes.
So that was good. It's true. I do have my whole trunk. It's like, are we going grocery shopping? We can't take my car.
Okay.
Well, I
Mine's
do have a back seat still.
good. Mine's confined to just one bag, super duper bag. But yes. So with that note, let's pause for a brief commercial break. This episode is brought to you by the Informed SLP. Great clinicians need scientific research to inform their practice. But how can we know the research with so many articles and so little time? The Informed SLP makes it easy. Each month, their team of scientists and clinicians find the research for you. They explain it without the jargon, without the burden, just for SLPs. So you could spend less time reading and more time treating. Visit theinformedslp.com and enter coupon code wine and cheese for 20% off. Feel free to visit the show notes for information. So, Deb, now that you're back at work, do you find yourself restructuring your therapy?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
First off, though, so many people were talking about, like, oh, I'm kind of dreading, like, going back after the long break. And, like, preparing and getting ready. From my perspective, it's like, if you feel like that as an adult, I'm sure children are also like, oh, my goodness, all the work again. So
Yeah.
I just really took the burden of that away, and we played games.
Nice.
The first
yes.
full week of speech, that's what we've been doing this week. But yeah, I've certainly been making some changes with the new year. When I first started, because I was at a new school this year, I was really just following the schedule that was made for me because I was not familiar with the children's responsibilities throughout the day. And now I'm more aware of what they're doing, so I'm like, oh, this kid is totally available at this time. I'm switching.
Right.
Or this kid would do well with this person. I'm putting them together.
That's
And
good.
By
That's
now
really
I've
good.
written so many reports because they've had IEP meetings, so I've changed a lot of mandates. So now it's like I've got to make those changes within my schedule. So like a lot of people had groups of 2, and I was like, groups of 2 can be groups of 3.
Okay.
We don't need to have group of 2.
Okay.
So
Oh,
it's
so like you're moving kids more least restrictive environment
Yeah,
then.
I
That's
changed
great.
a lot to groups of 2 and groups of 4.
Wow.
This way, it's like
Groups of 4.
That's my highest.
Tell me about that. I've never had a group like that.
Well, I predominantly do groups of 4 when I'm doing push-in.
Yes.
This way I can help 4 people at a time instead
Right.
of feeling like I need to only, like I have to ignore this kid who knows that I hang out with him too.
I ignore this kid.
You know?
Sorry, can't talk to you right now,
Yeah.
all right?
Not with you.
Follow the worksheet, okay?
But yeah, like working with, 4 kids trying to like collaborate over, taking turns in a game or like waiting your turn to answer a question or listening while somebody else reads the poem and not talking and not throwing anything and not doing anything. It's like you're learning patience, you're learning cooperation, you're learning like conversational skills, things along the lines of that. You're like learning to allow other people to answer and not,
Right. Always
do-
hog the answer.
yeah, and doing your own work and stuff. So, I've definitely been changing my schedule in groups.
Mm-hmm.
I've been easing in with games, and things that I wanted to do. Oh, and then also how I've restructured is like moving furniture around within the room.
Oh, okay.
I put down a rug. I
Wow.
moved the cabinet back.
Okay.
Yeah, like so like things are just a little bit different when they go in there. I like to change my environment a lot.
That's good. You do. You
Yeah.
change your apartment a lot, too.
Yeah. I
It's
don't
like,
like anything
whoa.
being the same too long.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
That's why I'm marrying Mike. He's very versatile.
He is.
He's very dynamic.
It's very dynamic. It's a good thing. It's a great thing. He made us some yummy soup. He introduced crostatinis to me. Crostinis.
Christini's.
Crostinis.
Yeah.
Crostinis. Got it. That's true. That when you change the environment, it does like add a different element. So I agree with that.
It should just be like moving a desk from one side to the other.
I'm big on reorganizing right now.
Nice.
So, yes, and
Is
like
it bad I don't have anything to organize?
no,
or
it just means maybe you don't have that much stuff.
What do you organize?
Well, I also share a space, so collectively we all have a lot of stuff, so we have to, get rid of some toys, some books we don't use, maybe don't donate them. I don't throw out books. I have
Right, yeah.
strict no throwing out books rule. I just actually took 2 books out of a garbage pail that I saw a teacher who shall remain nameless threw out books. I was like, how could you?
Right,
and she's
yeah.
like, I know. I was like, I'll taking them to the library.
Yeah,
Because we all know I frequent there.
Yeah, you love the library.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's great.
You
So
should make them a sponsor. Do they sponsor us?
they're pretty much always asking us for donations.
Right,
They're always asking for donations. So
Right,
I don't know how keen they are on
All right,
the
everyone
opposite.
go to the library.
Yeah, there we go.
We'll sponsor them.
Exactly. Got to help them out. So is that what you're doing for your therapy?
No, I
Oh,
was
okay.
restructuring my after the break.
Oh, okay. Go
I
ahead.
didn't talk about what I'm going to do in therapy.
Oh, okay. Go
I
ahead.
thought you were talking about. Now it's your turn. What are you going to do to restructure after the break?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to clean out the closets, number
Okay,
1.
Yeah.
For sure. And organize the books in bins.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to because they were organized, but that doesn't stick. So each bin is going to have maybe December or by theme,
Right.
So maybe fiction, but fiction, nonfiction needs to be more organized than that. I
Nice.
got to find a better organization technique. So if anyone has an idea, email me. But I was going to talk about how I organize my therapy, what I've been doing for 2020.
Oh,
Is
okay.
that what you mean?
I guess we.
'Cause I feel like you have more stuff
No,
than
I have
me.
3. I have 3 things that I'm going to focus more on in speech.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have that as well. Sorry.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yes. Okay. So did you say what's your one? What thing are you going to
You want me to say one at a time?
Yeah,
My
sure.
first one is more activities, less papers.
Uh-huh.
So more cards, more describing what you're looking at, more whiteboards, more sorting,
Mm-hmm.
more hands-on, more moving this thing from this thing. I like my room we share with a bunch of related service providers, and the other 2 SLPs are always generous. They give me their worksheets and stuff. And, a lot of the worksheets are great. I love a lot of them from Speech Time Fun. Because it's, relevant to what they're doing in their close reading and writing classes. But I did someone gave me a super duper paper that was just a waste of a tree.
Okay.
It was
Poor tree.
if the cat can climb a tree, then put the hat on the big snowman. And if a cat cannot climb a tree, then put the hat on the small snowman. It's 2 full pieces of paper. One has instructions, the other one has this blank of this, and then you just cut out and paste 4 things on it and then it's done.
But doesn't it depend on the cat, you know? It's just...
Yeah, like
right.
maybe the cat doesn't like to climb trees.
Right.
I didn't even get that far.
Okay,
I
just
didn't
saying.
get that. I didn't even think that far into the... So,
Okay.
even with my newest product that I'm making, I mean, the majority of my materials, they're all digital, so you can do them all on the iPad.
True.
I mean, I do print them a lot, but you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
But my newest thing is going to be just pictures that are going to be like a PDF book that are intended to... You can print them if you want, but to be like a slideshow on your iPad.
Ah, I like
And I've
that.
been using them in speech, and it's so great. It's like, I'm not printing anything.
You got to show me that.
Yeah, I'll show
Yes.
you. Great.
Good.
Just I don't want to do. I want to do less papers.
Less papers.
More speaking. Like, what are we
Good.
talking about?
What are we talking about?
That's what I want to do.
I like that.
That's my first one.
Cut to the chase.
What's your first one?
My first one is I've been going over the students' own goals for themselves, and it's also a reminder of their speech goals.
Right.
So I tell the students what we're working on in speech. You know, we are working on where questions using in. So I want you to remember. You got to tell Miss Maria it goes in. You know. So I just
Right.
remind them what we're working on because
Yeah,
I think they forgot. I kind of forgot.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm just telling them that. But also some of my, my older clients, I'm going to make a vision board, you know, just to get more, like, in tune with themselves, you know? And it's like, I like...
collages are fun.
Collages are fun, and it's OT, too. Cutting out, gluing.
Personal, it's authentic materials.
Yeah, and it's something motivating that they could, like, hang up and as a reminder, like, oh, I want to...
You can report on a topic because you can say, like, these are the things I'd like to do for myself.
Mm-hmm. And I think people like talking about themselves and their interests, so it's motivating to talk about.
Yeah.
Like I did it last year too, and one of the students, I didn't even know he liked cats.
Yeah.
So now
Was it
it's
all
like
cats?
wasn't that much cats. It was one really big picture of a cat, and he
Okay.
like loved it. I was like, I didn't even know he liked cats. You know.
Right.
So that's something that came up that I probably wouldn't know that he loved cats that much. So maybe he just liked that picture, that huge picture of a cat. You know.
Yeah.
But
Wow,
whatever.
But it stuck out to him, so something about that cat.
Something.
Did you watch
Can the cat
Don't-
climb the tree? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Did you watch Don't Blank with Cats on Netflix?
No.
Oh, it's so good. You have to watch that.
Okay, I did
Yeah,
see that.
it's good.
Don't blank with cats. I like that. So that's mine. I guess we'll go back
Alright,
and
my
forth.
second one is homonyms. Homophones, homographs. So a homonym, that's the umbrella term. And under that is a homophone and a homograph. A homophone is when two words sound the same, which is essentially a homograph as well. But a homograph means that they're spelled the same, whereas a homophone does not have to be spelled the same.
Right.
So male and male,
Right.
like male like the gender and male like the letter, is a homophone
Phone.
and a homonym, but not a homograph.
Because they're not written the same.
Right.
Think graph writing.
Right. But if we said write, R-I-G-H-T, that is a homograph, a homophone, and a homonym. That's all the things.
Like turn right
turn
and
right.
you are right. Like you are
Yes.
correct.
Or you have the right to think that.
Oh. And rock is another one.
Right.
Rock the music.
So
rock
this is-
the action.
Right. And the person, there is the rock. So
The proper noun.
proper noun.
But that would be capital. I don't know.
And it
Is
would
that-
be. So,
Okay.
so why do I want to work on this? One, because we always want kids to diversify language. And we always
True.
want kids to talk about things. Also, it's like a game. When you start doing homophones, it's like heads up. Kids are like, and then it means to be correct? But wait, it means to turn? Like, they get so excited and they
Right.
like shout and stuff. So it's like you're eliciting language. You're showing that how language can be, like, manipulative. You can manipulate language.
There you go.
And it's like diversifying the vocabularies. It's just as like I love to do synonyms and antonyms because it shows you like alternatives to the word that you're using, but it also shows a deeper understanding of vocabulary because I know that
Yes.
sad can be upset or depressed or somber. Things
Right.
like that. So I love that already, but now I'm also integrating in homonyms.
Homonyms.
It's a
Wow.
homonym. 2020 is the year of homonyms,
Wow.
which is also
I wasn't
great.
expecting that answer from you, but it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's
Good.
great for jokes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because puns are homonyms,
Right.
which are not your specialty.
I know. You are right about that. Look at that. See? I know.
That was the pun intended.
So, I guess there was a pun intended there. I feel like I nailed that joke.
Because it was right.
Right.
Yeah.
Got it. I also have been going, I feel like this is an obvious one of how I'm restructuring. I've been going over that it's a new year. It's 2020 now. I want to check that everybody knows that. So I've been having them rewrite the dates and everything. And I'm like, you know what? I like this. I like that the first 5 minutes is about the date. And I want to get like a better calendar. I guess I should just do it on the iPad. And like really show them how to look at a calendar, you know, the scanning and knowing it's like Monday, December, November. What month is it? No.
January.
See, this is why it's important.
January,
Right.
February,
So
March,
I wanna-
and April.
Yeah,
May.
I want that to be the beginning of each session, and it's, you know, orienting them.
Yes.
And that's something every client should, you know, by the time
They
they're
should
able
know
to,
when it is.
they should know when it is, you know, and
Grounds
that
you.
they should know. Right, exactly. And so I'm going to start incorporating the date as the beginning of the session. Like, what are we doing? What's today's date? Let's start with that. And also, if you work in a school, that's carry over what the teacher is doing. And
Right.
also in like a rehab and stuff, they're going to ask them today's date. So you might as well
Right.
work on that. So it's still a functional question. You got to know the date. And you got to know
Yeah.
your name. Right?
I like to be like, it's 2020 now. We need to know how to do this. We
Hey.
can't. We cannot do this.
Yeah,
Like,
we have to be able to read a calendar.
yeah, that's it. Like
it.
everything. I'm like, it's 2020. We have to be able to put the genre at the top of the article.
Wow.
Is it fiction or nonfiction? Which is it? It's 2020. Like,
Okay.
I'm always like, it's a new
So you
year.
use it as a motivating
An
thing.
integrity thing.
Oh,
Like, yeah.
okay.
Like you're gonna go in. Like 2020 is the year you're changing from 3rd grade to 4th grade.
Wow.
So now you're a 4th grader really.
Wow.
You got to step it up.
It's a lot of pressure.
That's okay. That's
I-
how I work.
Okay.
Diamonds are created under pressure.
Yes. I used that once in an email. My supervisor lives legit.
I think the bubbles are kicking in. Like,
Oh, okay.
I'm finding you very funny.
Thank you. I think it's just me and not the bubbles.
Okay.
Just-
Regardless. No, I think
just saying.
maybe the bubbles are making you funny, and I'm also into it too.
Oh, okay. I guess so. I think I'm just
Or you.
naturally funny.
Oh,
That's what I
probably.
think.
I
Thank you.
agree.
Uh-huh. I saved my best tip for last, so you can go. Actually,
Oh,
I'll
boy.
go because it's based off mine, I think. I don't know if
No,
it
mine's
is.
prepositions.
Oh, okay. No. Go ahead.
And I already talked about it a bit. It's just like I made these cards, and it's supposed to be prepositions and also qualitative concepts and also syntactically correct sentences. So
Nice.
the boot is under the red table.
Nice.
So it's like, where is it? What color is the table? And also using the and is, which
Yes.
a lot of kids, they use at.
Mm-hmm.
you
Or
know. Yeah, or for the and at for all of the prepositions.
Oh, yes. Gotcha. I had to think about
And
that
then-
for a second.
I always, the first time I show them the pictures of the preposition cards, because I have several, but the first time I show them, I'm like, just describe this picture to me.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, I think we should move the boot. I'm like, no, just tell me what's happening here. Like, they have no clue what I want them to say.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they start to try to say it, they don't say it,
Grammatically.
or even as organized as what I want. Like,
Right. The
they're
red
just like,
chairs on the
room,
table.
it's a house,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, that's where you see the deficits.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and it shows you where you're like, oh, okay, like, it's kind of reassuring and validating.
Right.
So, like, you see them break down and trying to describe something, and then you are able to, like, intervene.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously that will apply to several things, because then they're going to see anything under a table, and they're going to be like, the blank is under the table.
Yeah. Or just even under the table is still an improvement from just like that or
Right.
there, or just
Yeah.
labeling the ball.
Yes.
I was like, what
exactly.
about it? You know?
Yeah.
So definitely prepositions are very
Prepositions. So I'm
important.
doing more activities, less paper. Homonyms, prepositions. 2020.
That good, great,
Yeah,
and
this is Deb
I
2020.
good. It's 2020 now. Deb has to step it up.
Yeah.
So because I went to the LAMP training in November, it was. So I've been just really using it in addition to my therapy as just like extra communication there. So I've been, I remember from the training that you can hide, and you can do this with a lot of devices. So it's not just LAMP. It's just the one I've been using lately. I've been hiding buttons and then having them come back. So I've been, when I'm really like teaching certain concepts, even if the kid's not technically a quote unquote AAC user, or maybe I'm just like trialing devices just to see if they'll pick it up, I've been hiding. So like, for example, working on yes and no questions, I'll like hide most of them, but I'll definitely like keep yes and no on there, and I'll model like yes, or I'll model no, and I'll push the buttons. And I think when you hide some of them and just like really keep the main ones on there, like I might keep like yes, no, more, finished, like some core words, but maybe not like the full board.
Right.
You know, just to kind of not overwhelm them with all the buttons, and so they could like easier access to the buttons. Mm-hmm. So also like more and finish. So I have like you want them to use more. You could just again hide the like other words, and I've been doing action words because everyone knows I love action words. Yeah. So like during play, you know, so like, oh, we have this little character here. I have like little people, and like, do we want them to play, to eat, or to drink? And then it's like we'll act it out. Like, oh, eat, and then, you know, pushing it on the device, and then they hear, and then I can encourage them to push the button too and act it out. So it's just like an extra modality I'm adding, and I'm really focusing on specific words by hiding other ones. And then you could add the other, like, you know, have them reappear when they know these buttons more. So that's like the thing with the hiding. Like they'll come back, you know. So it's not like you're deleting. Right. You're just hiding some, so it's visually easier and motorically, and the finger learns, you know, where the button is. The motor planning, that's the word. Yes.
Yeah, because so while Maria's describing what she does, so you're hiding the buttons, but the buttons remain where they are.
Yes,
and they'll be.
Thank you. I didn't explain that.
Others are gone now, no matter what, that yes will remain in that position.
Yes.
So even though she's hidden other things, like that's just to decrease distractibility.
Yeah, but also to help, like, this is the word, like, my target, your goal is for yes and no questions, so I might as well add an AAC here, and, like, even if they don't push it, you know, because let's say it's not their device, just a programmatic, we're just trialing it, like, I'm going to push it, and I'm going to show you where it is, and you'll look, and, you know, eventually they will, like, just say it, or, like, follow my finger, so I encourage the device. We can't force, like, push it. Because a lot of them will just say yes. So I'm like, oh, you said yes. Look, and I'm showing you where it is on this device.
Yes.
Yeah, see?
I do a lot of encouraging.
Yes.
And I don't force, but I'm also like, I'm like, now hit blue, blue, hit blue, get the blue. But it's only because, like, I only have one AAC user right now.
Right.
I love him to death. He has shown tremendous progress this entire year. He is blown me away.
Cool.
So he is like not at the level of like he's mastered his device. He knows where everything is. I can put something like 3 pages away, he'll find it.
Okay.
But like verbally, we have expanded his expressive language. We're at like MLU of 3 to 4 at this point.
Nice.
Which is like we were at 0.
Wow.
In the beginning of the year. Yeah.
That's excellent.
Really good. But then at the same time, it's like, okay, so now I can't use AAC in all the ways that the professional developments are encouraging me to, because we're not at yes or no. Like I can hold this up and like I can say, "Is this a banana?" If I would hold it up, he would say banana. But like we're only at banana and we're in 3rd grade, so like we still need the AAC because we can say the banana is on the blue table.
Whoa.
With the AAC now.
Okay.
You know? And we can label all the characters in the story saying like the dog jumped in the pool. Instead of just saying dog, which we didn't even have in September or August when we started. So we need the AAC, but I'm struggling because I've been taking like every professional development on the computer.
Good.
But all of it is like core words and like basic things, which he is not. I'm doing all that in like verbal, in a total communication approach, like. Verbally, we're using all.
Does he initiate a lot?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He opens my door. He'll be like, "Hi."
Oh, nice.
He'll be like, "Miss Brooks," all the time. Like down the hallway, he sees me. He's like, "Miss Brooks."
Oh, that's nice.
And then we've been working on open the door, open the mail.
Oh, I've seen you post that. Gotcha.
Yeah. So now he'll be like, "Miss Brooks, open door." Because there's like a wall divider.
Oh, yeah.
So he'll be on the other side.
Yeah, he wants to hang out with you.
Yeah, and I'm like, open the door or open the wall? And he'll be like, wall. like you know.
Yeah,
it's a little
like
delayed, but
it's
he still
that's
knows
still
what
answering.
I'm talking about.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's great that he knows how to answer that question. So I'm thinking, I'm racking my brain. What about with his peers? Maybe he needs more practice with his peers.
So, like,
that
he's
could
the
be
only individual in his class who's like himself.
right.
So all of his peers are always like, you know, putting their arm around him,
Right.
and like, come on over here, come here, do
Yeah.
this. They're like, this is what he likes. Like, they're
Yeah.
kind of doing that younger sibling syndrome.
Yeah, I hear you.
Where like the older ones talk for them.
Yes.
You know?
So maybe he could use the device more for that, for initiating conversations with his peers.
Maybe he kind of interacts with them a lot verbally, and then they don't
Okay.
take the device with him at recess anymore because it got lost last year when he did,
Okay. Well,
which
all right.
is like controversial in the
I
department.
know.
But at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I've been in recess. When I was there, we were just running around the whole time.
Okay.
We were playing tag. We were doing all the communicating. We did not need an iPad.
Gotcha. Okay. Listen, I'm sure you'll think of something because I don't really
Yeah.
know him that
I don't
well. So
know,
I'm just,
yeah.
I would say, because I'm a Dad 11 SLP, to find like a checklist. There's got to be one somewhere out there, and I can't think of one offhand right now, of like to see what he's doing on the device and what he's not, and that
Yeah.
way you
I
know
need,
where
like,
to
a
go.
mid-level
You
checklist.
need some checklists in your
Yeah.
life. You got to just see what he can do, what he's not really doing, and what he definitely can't do, so you can know where at least to start and where you should be heading towards. But I would say the more functional, the better. How about like gaining someone's attention? I don't know.
Yeah, he'll come up to you and
Okay, all right. So it's mostly to expand what he's saying because
Yeah,
he is
because
verbal, right? Yeah.
he was not. I would not categorize.
He was not.
Well, yeah, he
He's-
was always like verbalizing approximations of things. But when I first met him, I couldn't understand anything that he
Right.
wanted from me.
Right.
Now I am completely aware, and it's
Oh,
not
that's
just
good.
due to familiarity. It's due to like increase in verbal output.
Good.
But
Interesting.
yeah, so it's like motorically, I think like if I had seen him when he was little, I don't know, he might be a little different now.
It's okay. It is what it
Like,
is.
but yeah.
This is the reality.
Yes,
I hear
'cause
you.
Just working on drills and stuff has made him just like a totally different kid in the
Okay.
past few months.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, so keep the drills going then, you know?
I think.
And maybe you could incorporate with the device with like, I don't know. You want to like work on him like expanding his sentences?
That's what we did.
That's what you're doing? Okay, so you're doing that with the device then.
Yeah,
When
so
it-
like anything we say verbally, like maybe we have pictured actions and he's like, I'll be like, what is he doing? And he may say swim or swimming. Then then I'm like, good, now tell me, he is swimming
Right.
on the device.
Okay.
You know, so he's saying 1 to 2 utterances verbally to
Uh-huh.
describe the picture.
And then you're expanding it on the
expanding it
device.
on the device.
What if he could ask you some questions? Like if you played like a game and he could have like a folder for like initiating questions like, Miss Debs, what's your card? If you played like a card game. Or I don't know, like what's your
Yeah,
something like
that
so you're just
sounds-
standing there and is he gonna like go on the device and be like, Miss Deb, it's your turn, pick a card, and then you like pick a card and then you could wait and could be like, what does it say?
So now
Like,
you
maybe more
highlighted the
conversational?
deficit because he does not seem interested in games.
Okay, there we go.
But I would like to get, because he always points to boxes.
Uh-huh.
Like he wants to play them, but then
Okay.
I take him out and it's just like he goes back to the iPad trying to like find YouTube clips and like trying to find pictures that he took. But I guess you're right, and I should probably try to get him to do more like back and
Interactive
forth
stuff.
games.
Interactive.
So I'll do that.
There
I'll
you
try
go.
with games.
Look at that. We
Yeah.
figured it out.
I'll try a game.
There you go.
Yeah, your turn, my turn.
Yeah, you definitely
Yeah.
start with your but maybe you could do your turn, my turn with videos. You watch a video that you want to show him.
He won't watch
Yeah.
any videos I pick. I try
Alright.
because I like videos. And
Yeah,
every
right.
time I put a video on, he's like, "No, no, no," and I'm like, "Fine."
Set a
we'll watch
timer.
Sid the Science Kid.
2
for
minute.
the
2
10th
minute. Miss
time.
Deb gets 2 minutes. You get 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Hey.
Okay.
You know, set a timer and then a token every time he gives you a turn token. The last 5 minutes he could watch his own video.
Yeah, that's a lot of videos, though.
It is a lot of videos. I know.
It's okay.
2-minute clips, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. You'll find a way to structure
True,
it.
that works. I like both of those ideas.
Thank you.
Timed videos and games.
Time videos and games. Because if you got to start with what he's motivated by, maybe it's so hard to be like, no videos today. We're doing only Zingo. You know, it might be like, what? But it's like, all right, well, you got to watch Miss Deb's videos. Maybe you could show videos of your therapy sessions. He might like that.
I record those on his iPad so he can watch them at home and do them.
Oh, that's cute. Okay. Yeah, so maybe the videos could still be educational.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Hey, Maria, remember when this was going to be a half-hour episode?
I do. At that note, I have a quote. I don't know if you're going to like it, but it is, wake up with determination, go to bed with satisfaction. Yeah, just determine to get your goals.
Yeah, I don't like that quote.
Okay. Is it too intense for you?
A little bit like, who goes to bed satisfied? Every night I go to bed, I'm like, I think I did it. I did my best.
But that should be your satisfaction.
But at the same time, I'm not like,
Nailed it.
Yeah. I'm like, there's so many dishes. I didn't do laundry.
Well, you're telling yourself I did my best. You should be try to force yourself, try to work on being satisfied.
I have no idea what I'm going to wear tomorrow.
Yeah.
I did not do my hair. My hair is going to look really interesting when I wake up in the morning.
Well,
Like
I like that quote. Do you have another one you would like?
I
We
think
could.
it's, why do I have to like everything? Not everything's for me.
True. I think someone out there would like it.
Yeah, say it again.
Wake up with determination. Go to bed with satisfaction.
Great.
So set goals for yourself by daily.
Right.
Daily, every day. And then, even if they're 3 small little goals,
Yeah.
try to work towards achievement.
Yeah, I always say to Mike all the time, like, regardless of how many things you have to get done, you have to get one thing done to get anything done.
True.
So who cares how many things you have to get done?
Right.
You have to get one thing done.
Good point.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, everyone. Ciao.
Or good morning, or good afternoon, or
Yeah.
any of the, what is departures, salutations?
Farewell.
Yeah.